There's a nursery rhyme. There's a nursery rhyme in the United States that goes like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indians, until 10 little Indians, boys. All right? Have you heard of this one before? No? What? And now, you'll be given some numbers or adjectives, and you need to put it into the first line of the lyrics. All right? Like if you have two numbers, and then it will go like 1 little, 2 little Indians. If you have 3 colors, red, green, and blue, then you'll have red little, green little, blue little Indians. So, do you understand the problem all right? Do you know what the problem wants you to do? Okay, but how do you do it in Python? That's the problem. How do you do it in Python? Okay, now you have to see what is between red and green in the output. We have a space and the word little and the comma and another space. This is what we want to see between each two parameters, like red and green or green and blue. Do you see that? Okay. And then this is how we do it. S is equal to inputs dot split. And then we print star S. And then we assign the separator as this. This is what I just copied from the output right here. Do you know what I'm talking about right here? So we will have a space, a word little, and a comma, and a space between each two parameters, like red and green, like green and blue. Any question? But if you stop here, the answer isn't really complete yet. Let's see it. Let's run the module and give it a file name, and then we are going to put it in your class folder right here. And this time I'm going to copy the second sample input. Yes, we have seen space, little, comma, space between red and green. And space, little, comma, and space between green and blue. And what is missing? The text after the last parameter, which is blue in this case, is missing. All right? So, what do you do? What do you do? So we want to print out this space little Indians at the end, right? Let's try that. Is that the answer? No. The problem is asking you one line for the answer without any returns in between, all right? But now, these answers are split into two lines. And this is not the answer the problem is asking for. So what do? There's something I need to show you. If you put help print, help print, it will tell you how to use print. And this is the syntax. This is the syntax of print. All right? I have showed you how to use sep to specify a separator, right? If you don't specify a separator, it will use the default value of a space as the separator. Is that okay? However, there is another default key parameter called end, which means if you don't type it, it is actually the same as typing it at the end like this. And what does this end mean? Yeah, it will put the string that you specify at the end of output. And now what is the end? What is the string that's the print out at the end of the output? No, this is the new line right here, which means after it print out red, green, and blue, it will print out a new line after blue. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a separator in between, another separator in between, but there's an end at the end. Do you know what I'm talking about? So if you don't want it to put out a new line after blue, you need to delete it like this. Just delete this new line. And it's not going to give you a new line after the last parameter, which is blue in this case. And the text, the print out by the second print function will follow the first line, the last parameter in the first line, which is blue, like this. So this is actually the answer. Red, green, and blue. So it went black. I know. It sometimes does that. I know. I told the engineer to fix it, but they didn't really fix it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. All right. So this is actually the answer of it. However, before I give the screen back to you, there's another way of doing this one in an easier way, is that we can actually put all the things that we want to put at the end over here. We combine this text and the new line together as the string that we want to specify, we want to print out at the end of the print. And then we don't need the second print. Do you see that? Is that okay with you? Okay, so this is the answer to it. Now I'm going to give you a challenge, which is a really hard one. I gave this challenge to every class that I teach in the 10th grade. Usually there are only less than 5 people can finish this. Some of the class, they don't even have anyone can finish this problem, can do this problem. And I'm going to challenge you with this problem and see how many of you can do this one.
Does it matter to the grades?
Yes. Of course. All right? What I have taught is enough to solve this problem. But it's not easy to solve this problem.
So how to put things at the beginning of the sentence? I just know how to put it.
Think about it. You need to think about it. All right? Okay? So try this one. This is a hard one. And try this one too. In addition to the one that I already showed you the answer of this one. All right? Any question? No question. All right, let's go ahead and do it.